to Captain's Log. I am the Blue Rogue, Captain Blue Rogue, if you will. This is my live show. I do it every week, and basically, this is my weekly documenting of who I am and all these lovely things in the categories below me, which make up, who I am and what I'm all about. And yeah, just so I have a record for my son in the future. Anyone who wants to watch is free to. That's whatever. I have my lovely co-host Log, as well as the new voice for Log. Everyone, give a warm welcome to Frog. Frog will be taking over co-host duties. He will be the voice for Log during Politipop Theater, because it's easier for me to utilize a frog puppet, apparently, than to fix a cardboard theater and make popsicle stick puppets while being racially sensitive. And yeah, I mean, having a tongue depressor with googly eyes of Benjamin Netanyahu shout that all he wants is genocide is, I mean, one could call it satire, but it's pretty, it's almost literally what he's just doing every day. So yeah. By the way, tomorrow marks 11 months since Netanyahu began his genocide against the heavy genocide against the Palestinian people. Well, okay, I don't remember if they attacked literally they counterattacked the same day or if it was the next day or what, but yeah. Almost 11 months of this unjust piece of crap that should not be happening in the world today. Anyway, with that lovely intro out of the way, let us begin the show. Cue the theme song for the Captain's Log. Yeah. And now, Cupcake, you have heard the saxophone and are very upset because you saw it. You saw it before I streamed. Well, little Cake was putting in earduffs to take care of an ear infection. He came in here and he saw the saxophone on the desk, and I was removing him and then the cat from the office, and he was screaming about it. Not happy. Not happy. Toddler. Not happy. Ever. That's a lie. Toddlers can be very happy many times. Anyway, so my week, this was a nice little week. Obviously I had Labor Day off. Did cut my hair. Cupcake would not let me cut. You would not let me cut your hair. You were afraid of the clippers, even though you had seemed fine with them. And he's came in and watched me cutting my hair, and it was fine. And then I asked him if he wanted to turn, and he's like, no. And it's like, okay, fine, agency, but your hair's gonna get in your eyes. And then he's already like bugging ear because he feels this hair is touching the inside of his ears, and he doesn't like it. It's like, it could be avoided. You just gotta sit down for a haircut. I'm sure he'll get comfortable in it. It just takes time. I remember not being a huge fan when I was really little either. So it is what it is. Yeah. So obviously Labor Day was a holiday. Get to relax. And then Tuesday was the day after Labor Day, a day after holiday, so I had to work extra late. My mother-in-law was, even though I gave her a heads up, she was not happy. She didn't text me about it, she texted my wife about it. And it's like, we need to both work to get income. You retired to be childcare, and the terms of the childcare were, while both of us are at work and can't watch them, like, it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's like, oh, walking away from the responsibility that you committed to see your own grandson. Okay. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Some people baffle me. Obviously half the country is, oh, repeatedly falls victim to a con man, or feels trapped into voting for a con man. So not like the other side's any better, forcing choices on the voters. It's all awful. It's awful all around. In the year 2024 is, yeah, not a great time. So yeah, I got to work 3 days, and then I've got 3 days off. I got a long weekend, so it's 2 days on, or 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, and then next week I work 6 days in a row, but that's a-okay because I spend 3 days with my family. Today I spent all day with Cupcake pretty much. We went down to the beach today, and we drove his new trike. Well, rode his new trike. He's all right. Cupcake, you're getting all right on the pedals. It's and then you walked around the beach. You play with some other kids, and that was cool. And you got in the water, and then you got your butt wet. And luckily, it's of course to carry him. I had him against me, and he was standing in the water in the lake and bending down to put his hands in, and of course he got his butt wet. And so I was like, oh man, I hope, because water transferred to my shorts when he does getting him back in his trike and whatnot. And yeah, I was like, man, I hope my shorts dry before stream or before my live show. And yeah, been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. Oh, the Galar stuff came to Pokemon Go this week. But I'll save that for the watching, playing, doing portion. It's fine. Not hugely important. The grand scheme of things, just it is one of the things I've been playing slash doing slash whatever. Yeah. So I'm doing my show tonight instead of tomorrow because we are going to a lighting event a couple hours away, and yeah, we went last year. It was pretty cool, mapping things onto buildings with projection mapping and whatnot. So it was a cool experience. So excited to go again, and hopefully Cupcake will... No, we didn't go last year. We didn't, because Cupcake was... It was a couple of years ago we went. We went before we had a kid. Oh my gosh. Is this before COVID we went? I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice evening with the family. And then Sunday I've got my usual Sunday stream, which that's going all right. Doing some stuff, some things. Mostly, I'm just excited that finances are relatively back under control and things are looking to be good. Ooh, yeah, that's something. Double check. Shoot. Bear with me for one moment. Two-step verification. Ah. Okay. Okay, so that's due the end of the month. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. I paid all my bills, and then I was like, shoot, we just got this home equity line of credit to help credit the credit cards under control. When is that due? And now I know. So I feel much better. I mean, I knew it wasn't due for a little bit because obviously we just got it. So anyway, yeah, my week was pretty much lackluster. Is mostly getting home, and I've been doing the Allied Society quests in Final Fantasy 14. I've been working on the gathering ones, and and the Arca Sodara, the combat one from Endwalker. So I'm I'm making my way through and slowly just I have goals in the game and I just sort of knock them out. And that's why I like Final Fantasy 14. You just make little goals and knock them out. Boom, 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 boom. And I really should try to. I need to figure out a way to balance achieving goals in game and getting actual goals on a board done. And I'm trying to figure out a good way of doing it so that I'm actually, so I feel that I'm making progress in real life as well as in the game instead of, making progress in the game and then feeling like I'm getting nothing done in real life because I'm being a parent. You need to prioritize real life. I mean, the parenting stuff is the highest priority, and then Final Fantasy, and then this other stuff. But like exercise, big focus. I talked to my therapist today. Big focus is once again getting back to getting at least 6 hours of sleep and trying to work up to that 7.5. Kate just finished up a month of full-time gig work and she's gone all the time, so hopefully that should be easier to achieve. Because that helps brain chemical balance and whatnot, and that's yay, brain chemical balance. Let's move on. Because I mean my week was pretty short and I feel like I just kind of didn't do much, but there wasn't much to be done. I would get home and then like Thursday, Tuesday I was work late and then Kate got home late, but it was just a chill evening because I was exhausted. And then Wednesday was try to get stuff done, but mostly spend time with my son. And then yesterday I streamed, so yeah, it was a pretty packed week. But yeah, so let's move on. What am I watching, playing, doing, watching? There was no new episode of One Piece this week. There was a new episode of My Hero, so I enjoyed watching that, obviously. I'm still chugging along through Gintama a bit. Like I said before, it was a short work week, so I didn't really watch too much because a lot of it's my shows that I watch that are not, child appropriate, like One Piece that is largely cartoony enough, and he's watched Cake and Cupcake. You watched your mom and I watching One Piece pretty much since you were born. Just slowly making our way through it. I'm fully caught up on the manga, but and I'm caught up on the anime, but I'm rewatching it with my wife as she goes through it for the first time. Anyway, I usually watch the bulk of my stuff on breaks at work, and since this was a short work week, it was spent catching up on other things like podcasts and whatnot, or YouTube videos, and yeah, not so much the not so much anime. I did get a couple episodes in, but not as much as I typically do. I'm sure next week I'll get a bunch and obviously we'll have new episodes of things coming out tonight. Yeah. Playing. I played obviously Skies Arcade Legends. We did Maramba and the Temple of Prin on Sunday, and we're doing the first Piastel fight and Shadow of the Ocean on Sunday. So that's gonna be fun. We did Zuma, which interesting game. It's one of those where you shoot, bubbles, and you gotta, connect a certain amount to pop them, but they're following a track, and you have to pop them before they reach the end point of the track, at which point they fall into a hole and you lose. And their effects and stuff, and it's just one of those Xbox Live Arcade titles that I had the demo for on my 360, and it's like, well, I didn't even, when I went and cataloged and stuff last week, I was like, well, I guess I'll just toss some of these on here, and yeah, so did that, and I played through that trial twice, because obviously after the first time I had a handle on it. Then I showcased Eternal Sonata, gave that a score, even though it was my first voted Reservoir game. Reservoir game number 2, Res Game 2, up there. And I started a new game from scratch, and then I found out that there is a new game plus mode, sort of, and it doesn't let you retain like hardly anything. It's just more difficult, and you get to keep a couple things, but nothing of note. Of note. It's a game about Chopin. Man, but basically it makes me want to play the game again. I enjoyed starting it up again that much. So I found out about Encore Mode and started a new game in that, and just grinded in there for a little bit. The enemies were quite a bit harder, so I was like, okay, I want to get up to the point where I can, kill an enemy in one turn, since I've only got one character here. I know I'm gonna come up on more than one enemy soon. But I also was like, okay, I really, I know that the game also came out on PS3 slightly later and has other characters that you can play as, and some other changes. And so I actually did hop on eBay and snag a copy for PS3, because it is a baller game, and I'm really, if I was gonna play through it again, yeah, I'd play through it on the PS3 and see the changes they made, compare them. Apparently there's some story stuff clarified. They go a little more into depth on some stuff that, having been a game that I had started, when it came out in 2007, and returned to it in 2021, late 2021. It was definitely, I was definitely missing a lot. But it was a good game. It's still a good. It's one of those. But I did look at like some of the hardest new game plus games, like a list of, I guess, 5 or 10, and it was on the list up there with like Dark Souls and stuff, and I'm just like, oh man, that's pretty savage. So I was really enjoying playing that again. So, next week we've got next Thursday is a feeding frenzy, which looks to be some sort of weird. It's another Xbox Live Arcade. I don't know what kind of game it is, and Shenmue 2 for the OG Xbox. The OG Xbox, because Shenmue 2 came out on the Dreamcast in Japan, but it looks like it didn't come out on the Dreamcast in North America, if I'm correct. Let me just fact check that. Okay. Okay. Shenmue 2 was released on Dreamcast in Japan and Europe in 2001. By 2003, the Dreamcast version sold 100,000 copies, a tenth of the original game's sales. Microsoft Game Studios secured console exclusivity rights in North America, so they released an enhanced port for the Xbox console in October of 2002. So basically, other than the PS4 HD remake or whatever, I should. This was the interesting. Oh, Eurogamer. Eurogamer scored the Dreamcast version higher than the Xbox version. It's weird. Still, that's what we're looking at this week. That's exciting. At least one of my Twitch viewers will be excited about it. I know that for certain. Anyway, what am I doing this week? I've been surviving. This is my short week. I've been overindulging in things, trying to be a decent dad, not getting some housework done and some not done. My cats definitely would prefer if I scooped litter boxes more often than I do. But the kidney disease is real, and they're peeing far more than they used to, so it is getting increasingly difficult to keep up. And that's what I've been doing, trying to keep up with cat pee. You just keep drinking water and peeing. I don't know, man. They're in decent health, and they're senior cats, and I love that they're still with us and still have energy and are still have their personalities. I love Maddie and Alda so much. They're such great cats. Now we get into the part that I'm nervous about, because I am not a puppeteer. I have never claimed to be a puppeteer. Nor have I ever claimed to be a talk show host. But I'm going to give it a stab here and try to do a little back and forth between myself and me and my co-host Frog. Yeah, just I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing weird stuff, doing my own thing, you know. Politipop theater. Oh, hey, it didn't come up with the. Oh, okay. So, Frog, how you doing today? Well, you know, I'm doing all right. If the camera would freaking work. Can't you afford any better equipment than this? Um, I mean, who are you to judge? Like, well, I, oh, what the? Ah, I bounced away. I hopped away. I'm thinking, I'm thinking that this segment is a disaster. What makes you say that? Is it because I keep freezing up and can't manage to do anything? No, that has nothing to do with it at all. The, it's so funny when I tested this. It it worked fine. It 100% worked fine when I tested this out beforehand. Yeah, well, you suck as much as the Democrats and the Republicans. Just keep on sucking. Hey, that's not very nice of you to say. Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck. I've had about enough of you, Frog. Your shenanigans. Um, I- I've got movement. So, Frog and Log, what do you think about the Kamala and all of the momentum that she has gathered? Well, to tell you the truth, I'd I'd give her a lot more credit if she actually called for a ceasefire and suspended weapon shipments. But she's a standard Democrat. What do you expect? Yeah, uh, not much. You said it, man. Like it's pretty grim. It's not like we have any roadmap of you know, any senators from Vermont who actually believed in something once. Yeah, that sure would be convenient. But nah. If there was some guy like that, he'd probably just endorse Kamala immediately, unconditionally, and yeah, get nothing in return. Just sell out his base, same as he did in the past two elections. You know, business as usual. Leave everyone feeling burned. Yeah, but I mean, not as burned as, people who got conned into giving Trump money. Yeah, well, they know what to expect. Yeah, the guy literally kept saying, "I'm I'm smart because I game the system and don't pay taxes." And he said he tells folks to give him his money, give him their money, and they give it to him. And yeah, it just seems like they're asking to be taken advantage of. So you might not want to say that too loud. I mean, we might have some spores in the audience. Ah, there's no audience. It's fine. This is just a test run anyway. Just to see if I can actually do the back and forth thing, and if I need to get a better cable or something, because this camera connection is really, really bad. I mean, I know it's not a great camera, but geez, holy crap, that's just bad. Yeah, well, I the whole point of Politipop Theater was to put as much effort into it as the people who lead this country put into helping regular Americans. So it sort of fits with the theme, and it is what it is, and I make the most of it. I just try to. Yeah, but I'm literally moving it 2 FPS, like, or less. If I was to hop right now, like, I think 3 more wars might be declared before I actually left the log, and that's kind of a problem. Fair enough. We do keep declaring war a lot, even though 80% of Americans are opposed to such things. But who's paying attention to that? You Obviously not the people who are looking to vote for Trump because he already said he backs Netanyahu 100% and wants him to get the job done, which implies a lot more genocide, and that means a lot more American dollars, American taxpayer dollars, going to, you know, funding the bombing of babies and people in hospitals and innocent civilians. But, what do I know? I'm just a frog on a log. Ribbit. Something tells me you're not being very genuine there, but you are just a frog after all. Yep. Nothing to see here. Nothing more to read into it or I don't need to do that anymore because I got rid of the banner. Everyone, cheer for Frog. He did a fantastic job being the voice of Log Reason. Um, who knew that an amphibian and a piece of drying out dead wood would be the most sensible ones in the room? Um, yeah, anyway. Why I love it. And you'll see by me these two lovely Oh, lab coats. I'm really bad at gesturing to things behind me on camera. You'd think after how many years of streaming I'd be a little better at it than I am. Nope, still suck. Uh I I do love volume. I hate that season 4 is divided into two volumes, but I love that one is a clean lab coat and one is just a bloody mess. So if you couldn't tell, we've got why I love it, the Venture Brothers, and I do not own all the seasons because I got how many 4 seasons in before they started really releasing them on Blu-ray, and then it became a game of do I buy the rest on DVD or do I buy it on Blu-ray? And now it's like there's a box set with all 7 seasons, and it's like, well, do I finish collecting them like this, or do I just buy the box set of the whole series since the series won't be made anymore? Anyway, Venture Brothers. If you've not seen this Adult Swim show, I am convinced I am convinced, this is my personal theory, that Rick and Morty was created to fill the nerdy super science gap left in between Venture Brothers seasons. I'm convinced that is why Rick and Morty was greenlit, because Adult Swim needed something to satisfy that urge. Uh, in my opinion, Venture Brothers is way better than Rick and Morty. I'm just gonna say it. The callbacks to classic cartoons, the themes of failure, just the off the wall jokes, the skunk. Was that a skunk ape? Like, what is that? Kentucky bluegrass? That's lush. Like, so many different quotes. It's just, oh, basically, imagine Johnny Quest. Imagine if he knew that he was a famous figure, and there's a TV show based on his family's life. Um, but imagine he grew up and didn't live up to those expectations. Imagine he grew up to be not a huge success like his dad, but a failure. Um, who was just sort of squandered the fortune that he'd inherited, and just sort of does work to get by and just off the wall. And then on top of that, there's the whole uh, the what's it called? Oh, the League. What is the League of Calamitous Intent, right? No, the Guild of Calamitous Intent, right? Anyway, um, just so funny. The Monarch is so quotable. Just every character is standout, and they do so many things. I have actually not finished the series. I think I watched through season 6, and I have a hard time bringing myself to actually finish it because I know then it'll be over. Uh, this show, so long we would wait between seasons for the new episodes, and I mean, it ends with the movie that came out a couple years ago. well, more than a couple years ago, but still, like, the show started on your Cartoon Network in 2000, 2006? Really? I thought it was older than that. I thought it was 2005 or 2000. Anyway, fantastic series. Love it. Lot of good humor, lot of character development. It's not just a sitcom. Like, characters grow, they change, plot developments happen. There are a series long arcs. There's different government organizations. Like, there's such good world building in it, and that is why I love it. Moving on. Weekly goals. I didn't do anything this week. I practiced my guitar earlier today, and I raced the other circles around the other days of the week. The theater legs, I don't know if I'm even gonna leave that on here, since now I've got a new thing. And once we got rolling, it was all right. I think I need to start making notes and yeah, notes about talking points to riff off of. And a lot of it was getting used to maneuvering back and forth. It's fun. I'm not a ventriloquist. I'm not gonna try to learn ventriloquism. I'd much rather just hit the button and swap between the two. The DVD camera and the Anyway, yeah, I think weekly goals. My goal for this week is, well, okay, I will add a Final Fantasy goal to this list. Actually, here, since I am going to need okay. Wow. Wow, look at that. I did a little bit of cleanup already. Cool. So, I should be able to do it. My goal is in Final Fantasy 14. Basically, Allied Society are like these reputations, and they used to be called Beast Tribes. And each one has a mount that you can purchase upon reaching a certain reputation. It's the second to max reputation, unless you have done all the beast tribes for that expansion, and then you can become a step up, and it gives you a special dance. But right now I'm working on gathering from Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and the Disciple of War and Magic for Endwalker. So I have it timed, so I'm at the stage that takes, I think, 9 days. So I will hit it one day and then another, like 3 days in a row. I'll hit it. So Final Fantasy 14, I should be able, if I do my stuff every day, which I've been doing, I will hit getting the 3 Allied Society mounts. I can cross that off. So we've got a game goal there, and that means that I have to also, I'm committing now, because there's a game goal there, I have to do one of these other goals this week. Maybe I'll finally rig my green screens so I can just pull them straight up, because I'm tired of getting the stool. And then I could actually take this other one, have that go up too, because then I can actually have the windows open behind me sometimes, and that would be a lovely view, especially in winter. But yeah, there we go. New goal set on there. Boom. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, boom, boom. So I've been I've changed my mind on my performances thing. I've sort of, because I have the goal of practicing guitar, and I've been learning kids songs as Cupcake sings more and more, getting more and more familiar with Lori Bergner and Raffi. I prefer Raffi, just me. So I've got one that I thought I knew until I looked up the chords for, and okay, so, Cupcake. So you would just run around the house saying "Boonie da, Boonie da," and it was like maybe a week or two ago that we realized, oh, you're saying "Boom diada." So all right, shall we? The I love the rolling hills. I love the mountains. I love the dirt. The camp. When all the lights burn. Diana, 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 Diana. And then when I was looking up the chords, I found out, oh, that's just I Love the Mountains. This is there's a I Love the World theme. I guess it's Discovery Channel, which is far more just encompassing, which I absolutely love. So I'm gonna just go ahead with that now. I love the mountains. I love the clear blue skies. I love the bridges. I love when great birds fly. I love the whole and all of its lights and sounds. Diana, 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 Diana. I love the oceans. I love real dirty things. I love to go fast. I love Egyptian kings. I love the whole and all of the babies. Diana, 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 Diana. I love the giant springs. I love the home. It's such a Pundiana, 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 Pundiana. I have to scroll down to keep playing the song. I love the mountains. I love the sons of earth. I love crustaceans. I love the stars and night. I love the home. So many things to do. Indiana, Indiana, Indiana. I love to catch fish. I love the lemur eyes. I love the future. I love when humans fly. I love the home. No place I'd rather be. Indiana, 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 Indiana. The blast off. I love adrenaline. I love the big bang. I love us dancing. I love the home and being a part of it. Indiana, 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 Yay! Anyway, that's like the super extended, super sized version, allegedly. I don't know, man. Like, I am enjoying hearing him, Cupcake. I am enjoying hearing you just sing songs and me figure out what those songs are, and then just picking up a guitar and learning to play it and having you just happily dance around. It's one of the best feelings in the world as a dad. And like, my dad played guitar, but I don't know if I don't remember him actually like learning kids songs and playing for or to me or my siblings. So this is sort of why I'm doing the log, to just make my journey and my artistic growth visible and documented, and just and not hit the button that switches it to live performance while I'm performing. Whoops, it's fine. Yeah, it's just, it makes me think of my own life and growing up, and it makes me just, the more I think about like how this live show, and I've had a small handful of people show up every once in a while. I have a viewer pop in or out, and that's cool. If they talk to me, that's also cool. But I don't expect to get anything out of this in the short term. I'm just creating and putting myself out there and documenting what it's like to live through these times in this hellscape and being a parent and learning how to be a parent and improve myself and feel that fulfillment that all of us really yearn to feel, and try to fill it. All of us have that void that we try to fill in various ways, and that void comes into our lives for various reasons, whether it's someone we've lost or a bad experience we've had, or you know, it's just there's always something, and it's part of being human. It's part of growth. And so doing this, and you know, being halfway through a week and being like, I should be practicing this one song that I want to talk about, you know, what it means to me, and but I don't have the motivation to practice that. But I have the motivation to learn another new song from scratch, singing and playing for my son, and that is this show is all about leaving behind me for my son, or children if Cake and I have more than one. And it is it's weird to have sometimes stand here just at a loss for words. I am just very, very happy at seeing how the process evolves and changes, and how I come up with new, different ideas, and ways to express myself and my frustrations with the world, and also trying to improve interactions with my son. And yeah, it's weird documenting your own growth, and watching that evolution in real time, and it's a funny thing, you know. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, because it's been an hour, and Cupcake, as my elbow misses the desk, I just want you to remember that your mom and I love you, and we're doing our best, and we're going to keep trying to do our best, and we're going to try to do better every single day, because we love you so much. And it's not always going to be easy, but we're going to do our best to give you the best life we can. And yeah, with that, have a good evening, everyone. Or no one. Current viewers, meh. Never. Important thing is, I did another show for my son, and it's got puppets, and it talks about a great animated series that I hope he enjoys as thoroughly as I have, one day when he's old enough. That's Adventure Brothers is not for kids. Anyway, have a lovely evening, and